Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. All right, let's get this party started. So go ahead and let everybody into the Zoom, please. Folks, welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. If you are out on one of the live streams watching and you would like to join us, make sure that you go to zoom.dailywithdoc.com. You can actually find that in the show description, along with all of the different products that we're going to be mentioning today to help you reclaim health. And I am super excited with the topic that we have today because it has made such a difference in my life, and I know it will in yours too. So if you were invited by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them, tell them thank you for sharing, and share it with somebody else. Also, let us know that you're there. Say hi. If you have any questions as we're going along, you can go ahead and type those in if you're on one of the platforms that allows that. And I have a full team that are watching the chats so that we can get your questions answered as time allows. If you're here live with us, make sure that you are watching that profile, a smile, as that is what everybody out in the wide world web is able to see. So you get to see the full effects of the programming. And if you're also here, make sure that you have that chat open as Marilyn is putting information into the chat. As it's being spoken, she's transcribing it, putting into text so that you can do a screenshot and capture the information that is of most interest to you. And take it back to the person that shared this program with you and say, hey, can you tell me about this? as I want to get started on a better health journey, as that is what this program is all about, and spreading the word that it is within your power to create a better health journey. My name is Becca Dukes. This program is being sponsored by dailywithdoc.com, where you can find an email list, sign up for the email list so that you can get emails and notifications of when we are going live, what our topics are, and also you can refer back to them and do a simple search of your email to find what is of most interest to you for the day. Also on that website, you're going to find the good foods, bad foods list. Okay. Who keeps muting me? All right, good foods, bad foods list is on the website at dailywithdoc.com, and also some of our past episodes and articles to help you give more information and tools into your toolbox to create that better health journey. So without further ado, today's show, you better be prepared to be inspired by a true legend in the field of natural health, Dr. Joel Wallach, the renowned mineral doctor. You're about to hear from a founding father of the science of epigenetics, a doctor of naturopathic medicine, a doctor of veterinary medicine, and a pathologist. Dr. Wallach possesses a unique and comprehensive understanding of the human body and has dedicated his life to improving the health of individuals and generations to come. You'll hear about his groundbreaking research, particularly in the area of mineral nutrition, and learn about his courageous legal battle against the FDA to ensure the safety and nutritional adequacy of baby formula and prenatal vitamins, folks. So get ready to delve into the fascinating world of minerals, nutrition, and gain valuable insights from the one and only Dr. Joel Wallach and his experience, real life experience, not just in books, folks. In fact, he's written the books when it comes to minerals. So welcome, Dr. Wallach. How are you today?
Well, very fine. Thank you, Rebecca and team, the whole team. I want to say thank you to all of you. We can't do this by ourselves, so it does take a monstrous collection of people who are motivated to help animals on the earth. And so I cannot thank everybody for putting their efforts out to make things happen in a positive way. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, Doc.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
I want to thank you for all that you've done that's made it possible for us to be able to have the information and use it to help others.
Well, thank you for that. And of course, I think I have 25 best-selling books. And so just yesterday, one guy bought 3 cases of books. Okay. He's building his business, going crazy with 3 different titles, and buying them by the case. So you get a nice discount. And when you sell them at the regular price, you make a nice profit on that. But you have people in your organization, you can sell it to them for the reduced price when you buy great volume, however you want to do it. But the information was, what should I say, something that the medical system didn't know anything about. If they didn't know the answer to something, they said, oh, it's genetic. They created the myth of genetically transmitted diseases. There are no genetically transmitted diseases, none, zero, zippo, nada. And if any of your doctors or nurses or labs say, oh, you have this genetic disease, put your pants on and walk out, because they don't know what they're talking about. There are no genetically transmitted diseases. Genetics affect your eye color, hair color, skin color, and whether you're a boy or girl. That's genetics. Okay, all the diseases are nutritional deficiencies. It's like crazy when you think about it. We human beings and other mammals, okay, all the other mammals, including human beings, require 90 essential nutrients. 60, 2/3 of those 90 essential nutrients are minerals. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 fatty acids. And if any one of them is missing, you get a lot of different diseases. If you're missing minerals, you can have 50 different diseases. Okay, if you're missing minerals and you're going to this army of doctors, and you hope you have health insurance because they are going to rip into your savings account. Okay, and this is not difficult, no. And the books are very simple. They're written for the 6th grade reading level, so that anybody, whether you have a college degree or not, if you got through grade school, you can actually read these books and be as effective or even more effective in helping people than medical doctors. Okay, so I'm very proud of the system that we've created. And, you know, the basic books are Let's Play Doctor. Let's Play Doctor. Okay, and, you know, it covers arthritis, osteoporosis, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and it covers all kinds of brain diseases and eye diseases and so on. And then, of course, if you're into herbs, we have a book called Let's Play Herbal Doctor. It's all the same stuff, but instead of talking about the nutrients, it talks about the herbs that can be used to reduce the symptoms. You still have to take the vitamins and minerals, but you take the herbs to reduce the symptoms and get pain-free and all that kind of stuff. So those two books kind of go together. Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Let's Play Doctor. And I could go on and on and on. But another good one, very, very useful, is metabolic syndrome. 35% of Americans, adults, 35% of American adults have the metabolic syndrome. That's abdominal obesity, type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure. Plus, you have 50 different diseases that are just symptomatic diseases, like itchy skin and ringing in the ears and that kind of stuff, and kind of guide you what to do there. And because metabolic syndrome, and we have so many people who have these problems, the doctors just give them medicine to relieve the symptoms, but we tell you how to get rid of the problem, okay, because it's a simple nutritional deficiency. And let's see here, it's all in your head. Oh, that's one of my favorites. It's all in your head. Page 6, there's pictures of page 6, it's all in your head. There you go. The top pictures, this is autopsy. Okay, the skull's top has been removed. The camera's looking down on the brain. You see that the skull is only a 1/4 of an inch thick. Okay, then you drop down to the bottom part of this picture. They've taken the top of the skull off at autopsy and they're looking at the brain. But the skull is 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick. Now, this skull that's 1.5 inches to 2 inches thick is not bone, it's connective tissue. It has replaced the bone, which is gone. You have osteoporosis. Now, flip the page again. And because of all that connective tissue in the skull, it squeezes those 12 pairs of cranial nerves and the spinal cord. And of course, it shows where the nerves go, which tissues, which systems are injured. And there's 12 chapters in this book, one chapter for each cranial nerve. It tells you what nerves are being squeezed, what you need to take to solve the problems. And then, of course, there's a CD that can go along with it if you want the CD. Same subject. CD also covers the spinal cord. Okay, the CD covers the spinal cord. And so really, I like it. If somebody's going to buy It's All in Your Head, say you might as well get the CDs as well. And that way you're going to have access to the spinal cord.
Know what a CD looks like, Doc?
There you go. And so,
Okay.
yeah, we're talking about 50, 60, 75 different diseases, depending on how you look at this. And doctors make a living, thousands of dollars a month by treating the symptoms as opposed to getting rid of the problem. So we get rid of the problem. And this is why we're so successful, because people want to get rid of the problem. We had a guy, one of our great distributors, who really puts on meetings and just all over the place, all over the world. He just bought a case of epigenetics, okay, which shows clearly there's no genetically transmitted diseases. I bought a case of that, and then see, here's 2 cases of what was it?
With this one?
Yeah, there you go. 2 cases of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Okay. And the CDs that went along with it. And he does this like every couple of months. Okay, because he's going around the world giving lectures and sharing the information. And you can help save humanity. You don't have to buy cases, you can buy 1 or 2. But if you buy 10 or more, you actually get a great discount. And if you sell them one by one, you make a profit. Okay. And it educates members of your longevity family that you created, helps them build a business, which is willable. The nice thing about our business, if something happens to you or you want to retire, either way, it goes to whoever you want it to go to. It can go to your children, can go to your spouse, can go to your church, can go to your brother or sister, your mom or dad, okay? Go to wherever you want to go to, one of your best distributors, okay? And if you're working for some big company, you know, that sells painkillers or
Anything.
something like that, yeah.
Anything.
Anything, okay? If you die, they take that business back and sell it to somebody else. Your family who helped you with that business doesn't get to keep it, okay, unless they've preemptively put out all the money and everything to put it in their name before you die.
Well, and Doc, most jobs, I mean, when you're gone, that income is completely gone. So unless you've got some type of life insurance going on, then your job itself is not going to provide much, if anything, for your family. So that's one thing I love about this, Doc. And I love the fact that my kids are starting to get involved and catch the mineral fever, as that's what today's program is about. So minerals, Dr. Wallach, you know, you have done so much research, and one of the books that you did not mention, which one has to really dig into minerals, Doc?
Rare Earths Forbidden Cures. Yeah, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures.
Why did you take the time to dig into minerals, and what actually got you looking at minerals?
Okay, well, it was the fact that I went through agricultural school and veterinary school. In veterinary school, we don't have health insurance for most animals like chickens and turkeys and pigs and lambs and goats and calves and cows and bulls and horses.
Yeah, especially not back then. Now they have more and more insurance for animals.
Oh yeah, life insurance
back then they
usually for
didn't.
expensive animals, but they didn't have insurance to pay for veterinary bills. And so people learned that if they gave, for instance, when they put a salt block out for the herd of cattle or the horses, it wasn't just a salt block. It was a salt block with 25 trace minerals in it. So they're getting trace minerals in it. And so muscular dystrophy, which was important in calves, okay, because that's where you got your hamburger, and that's where you got your steaks and your chops and ribs and so forth. And when they had these mineral deficiencies, it was terrible, all scar tissue and looked ugly and tasted ugly, and nobody wanted to buy it, okay? And so they learned that if they gave them these minerals, they never got it. If they had it and they took these minerals, it went away, and so on. And so the veterinary industry is way, 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 way ahead of the human health industry. And so I grew up on this farm, and mostly I lived in an area of Missouri, which was primarily Black small farms. And my family had a farm there. And so when people would have kids with muscular dystrophy, I'd give them what we gave the calves from the farm, and their muscular dystrophy would go away. I'm just a 6-year-old, 9-year-old kid reversing muscular dystrophy, and all these doctors are just giving them pain relievers and that kind of stuff. And saying, well, you know, eventually it's going to kill you, but, you know, there's nothing else we can do because it's genetic disease. No, it's just a simple nutritional deficiency. And since we didn't have health insurance for animals, we learned how to prevent and reverse it. Now, later on in life, I sued the FDA 8 times in federal court to be able to put nutrition into baby formulas because babies were dying of SID, sudden death syndrome. And they were blaming it on the mothers laying on the babies and suffocating them. Nope. They were dying of heart attacks. They were dying of a deficiency of a single mineral nutrient. Okay. I knew this because this is happening in animals. And so, and being a pathologist, I was seeing the same thing in humans I was seeing in animals. And so, Jonathan Emor, my great attorney at that time, he's still a great attorney today. Jonathan Emor, he helped me sue the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. The Food and Drug Administration, we sued them 8 times in federal court. And after they've got up to spending $80 million to defend themselves over these 8 times, they just threw up their hands. Oh, he's getting older, he'll die, and we'll be done with him. And so I came up with the products to put into baby formulas and eliminate sudden death syndrome. That was my goal, was to eliminate sudden death syndrome, because I knew from autopsy, Dr. Milan and I, we went to China, in Qishan, China. We did 1,700 autopsies on kids under the age of 10, and they all died of Qishan disease in China, okay, which was sudden death syndrome. Well, when you're 10 years old, and it's not sudden death syndrome anymore, but the pathology was the same. And so whether they were 10 years old or 8 years old or 6 years old or 4 years old or 3 years old or 6 months old or 1 month old or a week old, and you died of this heart disease, we came out with the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. We came out with De-Stress. De-Stress is one of my personal favorites. I made that one. Okay. It takes heart disease, including congestive heart failure, which people die from every day by the thousands in America. Okay. Congestive heart failure. It's a simple nutritional deficiency. So we came up with De-Stress, okay, for them, and take that with the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, and it goes away. So we're so very proud of the things that we've done through the longevity program and the team. You know, one person can't do all this. So dealing with thousands of people all over the world, our team has done a fabulous job, and I cannot thank them enough. And you know, we have the Rebound for, instead of taking carbonated drinks, you know, the colas and things like that for energy, which most athletes do, or coffee or something like that. We have the Rebound, which has 75 minerals in it, right?
It does. It does. That's one thing I didn't have. I was like, oh shoot, I got to get Rebound. I ran out of time. But Doc, let's go back to the heart.
Okay.
Okay. The heart is a muscle.
Yes. And it has,
So
it's a muscle, but it also has connective tissue valves that open and close when one part of the heart squeezes, okay? Okay. And so the heart works 24/7 for your whole life.
right. Now, you found that selenium was one of the underlying causes and maybe a main cause of
Sudden death syndrome.
sudden infant death syndrome, heart attack. The heart just stops.
Yep.
So in many cases, there's no sign that it's going to happen.
Well, there's no signs, okay, because they didn't do hair analyses. They didn't do blood tests on the babies. They weren't looking for that. They did blood tests. Oh, they're not anemic, just we're good. They just were counting red blood cells. And so they weren't really digging into the nutrition because they didn't know anything about nutrition. Medical doctors, even today, don't get nutrition, okay, in training of any kind.
Now, there are other conditions, Dr. Wallach, muscle related, that you have done some amazing research and helped people do some amazing Rebound, even though that's the name of one of the products, but recovery, and when it had to do with atrophy of muscles.
Yeah, muscular dystrophy. Yeah, muscular dystrophy. And of course, muscular dystrophy, you got to get rid of all the bad stuff. no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no brown oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. The diamond's got to go. And then we came up with a healthy brain and heart pack, which has more than the 90 essential nutrients. Okay. So some of them are supportive of the main products. Some are added on. And so it's one of those things where Hell's Kitchen is one of our popular books for people who are running a business. Okay. Hell's Kitchen. Okay. Why Hell's Kitchen? Because what mom and grandma and auntie and uncle use to cook and prepare food in the kitchen kill more people than wars. Okay. And so the kitchen can be a place of heaven or hell depending on what you do in there. And that picture on the front, it shows you the different ages of people. Yeah, there you go. And the looking at the cover, you see on the right hand side this guy with a big belly. That's because he's got the, you see here, he's
metabolic syndrome.
Metabolic syndrome, yeah. He's got the metabolic syndrome. That's chapter 14 in Hell's Kitchen, metabolic syndrome. And again, I'm the guy that came up with the cause, prevention, and reversal, because the doctors were saying, well, this is a genetic thing. There's no symptoms. And so, you know, using the veterinary concept, I got rid of cystic fibrosis, muscular dystrophy, sedative syndrome, metabolic syndrome, arthritis, osteoporosis, congestive heart failure. I mean, I could go on and on and on. We are able to get rid of these things and say, I just can't do this all by myself. So that's when I began to build a business. And that's where longevity came from. Okay. It started out as, let's see here, longevity started out as American Longevity. And then the countries wouldn't let us have a business, the American Longevity, in their countries. So we changed it to wellness. And we changed it to
longevity.
Longevity
International.
Yeah, Longevity International. And they let us in. So a lot of politics involved in nutrition. And so again, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. In the beginning, before we even had the book, we had a tape. Okay.
The Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Yes, somebody could go to jail.
Yeah.
Well, and just the Dead Doctors Don't Lie lecture, Dr. Wallach, is still being used around the world. And I remember there are some people that are now associated with longevity because they thought that the company they were with was offering your minerals, when in fact it was not. They were just using your lecture to promote their product.
Well, I'm just hoping that people would get the information. And of course, again, the tape, we sold over what,
350 million.
460 million, right?
Yeah, it's probably up there now. I know my edition of the Dead Doctors Don't Lie says 350 million, and this edition was actually updated in 2016. So there might be an edition since then.
Yep. Oh yeah. And then of course, now we also have the DVD, okay, which we're selling millions of. And the DVD, this is 2 hours and 10 minutes. 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think it's one of the best lectures I ever gave. Okay. And so everybody should get this if they're going to be building a business, even if you're showing it to 3 people in your kitchen, or you're showing it to 10 people in a classroom at the grade school, or you're showing it in an auditorium that you rent for 300 people, or you're showing it in a stadium for 1,000 people, and you're using all the equipment in the stadium to get it up on all the screens. Okay. Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Someone should go to jail. And then we still have the CDs. We still get a lot of orders of the CDs, all those. they don't even have CD players in most cars anymore. Okay, but the DVDs are going crazy. Also, because of the AI thing, we have DVDs. Okay, for the AI. Okay, and so we're very, very proud of this.
Yeah, that talks about how they're using AI to diagnose different conditions, Doc.
Yeah, so it's
which
available. This
seems so weird.
Yeah, this DVD is available, and it's a good companion to go with the DVD Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Okay, so these DVDs are available, the AI DVDs and the AI, which I say, long 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, and
Yeah, so
go ahead.
Dr. Wallach, with all of your research, you found that there's approximately 10 poor health conditions or symptoms associated with each nutrient deficiency. There's 90 essential nutrients, 91 if you count them all up. 90 essential nutrients to make it easy. So 90 times 10 is 900.
That's right. Yeah, there's more than 1,000 diseases
that are, well, yeah, but we're focusing on nutritional deficiencies. Are there more than 1,000?
Yes, nutritional deficiencies. Because if you have a calcium deficiency, what effect does it have on the brain? What effect does it have on the heart? What effect does it have on the bones? What effect does it have on the liver, and so forth? So each one of those is a different disease. Okay, although the basic underlying cause can be the same. Okay, the average public, even the average doctor, doesn't know that.
Right. Well, and I mean, the heart even needs calcium, from what I'm learning.
Yeah, the heart needs calcium. The heart needs all 90 essential nutrients. It's kind of like your bones need all 90 essential nutrients, but it needs more calcium than any other tissues in the body. But it needs all the others also.
So, Dr. Wallach, you know, I mean, we could go on and on about all the different poor health conditions that are associated with nutritional deficiencies. We have some hands up. We have some questions coming in. One of the questions that's coming in, Dr. Wallach, has to do with ordering your books. And is there the question is there a discount code to order books for Dr. Wallach's website? The answer is no, there's really not a discount code. Whenever you put your quantity in there, if it's 10 or more, then it should automatically adjust to the 10 or more price. And you can always give Wellness Publications a call, 800-755-4656. Again, that's 800-755-4656 to get your copy of whatever book it is, or a
CD,
case.
DVD, questions.
Well, yeah, Dr. Wallach, you have like 70 different DVDs, and you can find with I've got them all over the place. Educational brochure. Here it is. So with the educational brochure, you'll get one of these with your order, and it goes through Dr. Wallach's books. It gives descriptions of each book and also his CDs that are available. Only $3 a piece, Doc. And you can even get them customized if you're in the business with your information on them. And if you buy 10 or more, you get a discount on them as well. That's so correct. They're $3 each. If you go 10 to 20, they're $2 each. And if you go 50 or more, they're $1 each, Dr. Wallach, as long as it is the same title. So you have made it easy to get a hold of your books. If you go to Amazon, you can even get the ebooks and digital copies, even on his website. Books in a digital download, an ebook. So we just want to make sure that
one of my books is in the Smithsonian Institute. It's a national treasure.
This big boy?
Yeah, this big boy, yeah. Disease of exotic animals represents lots of autopsies and like 400 species of animals. Okay. And this book,
Yeah, I think it's 452 species, including humans.
yep, including humans.
Quite a few. Quite a
Okay.
few, Doc.
Yep. And it's one of those things where it's in this, I'm so proud of that it's in the Smithsonian Institute as a national treasure, because nobody else had come even close. You know, they may have done 10 different species of animals. I did 400 species.
Yes, 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 yes. You've done more autopsies than anybody I've ever met, Dr. Wallach, and I love the fact that you documented everything. You put it into text so that we can use your research and learn from it as well. And like you said in the beginning, when you were writing your books, you wrote them so that even a sixth grader could understand it on most of them. So Rare Earths Forbidden Cures goes more into the statistical analysis and how we can even do a hair analysis to find out what we are absorbing or what new minerals specifically are missing from our diet.
Rare Earth Forbidden Cures has how to collect the hair and where to send it and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Dr. Wallach, for all the work that you've done and for being here with us. So let's get to some hands. And again, folks, if somebody invited you specifically to watch this program or any of our programs, get back with them. They cared enough about you to take the time to share this information with you. So make sure you get back to them and tell them thank you. Any of the products that you hear spoken about, you're going to find in the description. So if you're out on social media or any of the different platforms, video platforms where you're watching us now or later, if you go to the description, you're going to find the information and links to the products that we're talking about on or in the description. So we want to make sure that you know where to go. But again, if you're referred by somebody, because we are a resource for an amazing community around the world, they are your person to get back to in order to get your 90 essential nutrients plus. So let's go to AJ, who has the first hand up of the day. AJ, what question are you bringing in for Dr. Wallach today?
Unfortunately, Dr. Wallach, I have about 8 questions, but for the sake of time, I'll just do a couple if you don't mind.
Go ahead for it.
Go for it.
So the first one is from Rodney, who's in the Zoom with us. He's 5'7" and weighs 146 pounds, and he's concerned about excess mucus in his right ear and nostril, and he's taking an antihistamine, but he's wondering what's going on and what he can do.
Okay. Well, he may have the beginnings of osteoporosis of the skull, squeezing the 7th and the 8th cranial nerves. And it doesn't happen equally on the right and left side. One side will be more dramatically afflicted in the beginning. As time goes on, both sides will be afflicted. But in the beginning, one side will be afflicted and maybe only one nerve at first, and then maybe a year later, 3 nerves are afflicted and so on. Depending on if you're taking nutrients or not. If you're taking gluten, which inhibits the absorption of the nutrients. So 140 something pounds, needs to get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no barley, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Either that one's got to go. Then I'd go with 2 healthy brain and heart packs. I weigh 142, sometimes 144, but I take 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. Okay. If you look at my kitchen table, I have 50 different bottles on the table. I take 3 of each of those twice a day. Okay. And so, I'm 85 years old and I think I look like I'm in my 50s. I don't feel like I'm 85 years old. And so the same thing is true here. Okay. He needs to get rid of all the bad stuff, take the 2 healthy brain and heart packs. And it wouldn't hurt also to take something like the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets, and take 3 of those twice a day. That's going to get more blood flow into the heart, into the brain, that sort of thing, into the kidneys. I would also throw in the I-26. the I-26, because we want the brain and the spinal cord working and take the pressure off those nerves.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. Michael writes in and he wants to know what's the best way to avoid getting the flu that's going around because he's got COPD.
Okay. Well, the flu, right, is due to a virus infection. So that right away, you're talking about colloidal silver. That's been used for 400 years to kill viruses. People didn't even know about viruses. They thought they were evil spirits 400 years ago, okay? But they could take the colloidal silver and all these terrible epidemics that were killing thousands of people in villages all around the world for thousands of years. Suddenly, 400 years ago, the sheep herder, okay, figured out that if they use the colloidal silver on humans like they were using it in the sheep, that he could stop these terrible epidemics in his village, in his family. And it got out, and everybody else around the world started using colloidal silver. I take a dropper full, it's like 3 to 5 minutes before breakfast, 3 to 5 minutes before lunch, and 3 to 5 minutes before dinner time, and 3 to 5 minutes before bedtime. Because some days I'm speaking to 20, 40, 50, 60, 100 people, 1,000 people. And they'll want to run up and hug you and shake your hand and kiss you on the cheek and on the forehead as they're tall and all that kind of stuff. And so but I haven't had a cold. I've been around, very healthy. I don't get any of those infectious diseases that everybody's so worried about in pandemics and all that kind of stuff, because I've been using the colloidal silver faithfully. It's economical. It's a great longevity product, and it helps save humanity. And so everybody needs to have it. You can put in a baby's eyes; it won't burn. You can put in an open wound; it won't burn. There's no alcohol in it. It tastes like water, looks like water, smells like water. So get your colloidal silver, and that'll work.
Okay, and he should have the 90 as well, right? I mean,
oh, absolutely, the 90 for life. You need the 90 essential nutrients to support the immune system and all of the tissues and organs.
Fantastic. And then I'm not going to hog all the time. Hopefully Ruth Ellen or Sherry can ask the questions from YouTube, but I have another question from Bo, and he's asking, is there a way to shrink a tumor, whether it's benign or malignant?
Well, yeah, what you want to do is really support your immune system. Your immune system will attack things that are infectious, things like viruses and bacteria, fungus and yeast, and of course the tumors, the cancers, okay, will respond if they're being eaten by the white blood cells and all the various defensive cells that the body makes, lymphocytes and so forth. And so it's one of those things where you have to do everything you can do. I do this regularly, and I haven't had a cold in more than 50 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Doc, thank you very much. I'm going to, I have plenty of more questions, but I'm going to let other folks go because I know your time is valuable and I appreciate you very much. And I will see you mañana.
Okay. Thank you so much for all you do. You're a great, great, great member of our family, and we appreciate you and love you. God bless.
All right. Thank you so much, AJ. And Dr. Wallach, another question that is coming in from, I think it's from YouTube, is Mr. Appleskin. His son is running a marathon in 2 months. He's practicing right now. He's 13 years old, so he's a real go-getter going for a marathon at 13. But Doc, what would you recommend nutritionally to help him be able to do the marathon without side effects of being nutrient deficient?
Okay, well, he needs to get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, butter, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. The diet one's got to go. And then for a basic program, He's just sort of that cusp. Okay, and then I would have him use the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, since he's doing heavy exercise with marathons and stuff like that. The Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. It depends on how much he weighs. How much do you weigh, you said?
I don't have a weight, but at 13 years old, he's at least probably 150 pounds.
Okay, so he needs 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs per month, a full dose of breakfast, full dose of dinner time. He also needs the Rebound. Okay. This has 75 minerals, all the known vitamins. It has amino acids in it and fatty acids. And this was actually made for Theo Ratliff, a great basketball player. This brought back his career. His career was over. He had terrible problems with his joints. And they fired him from a professional basketball team. I came up with the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, which was a Healthy Start Pack, which is our basic program. Let's see here. Okay, we still sell a lot of the Healthy Start Pack. Okay.
Oh, and I've got that right here. It's the Beyond Tingy Tangerine, and there's several different versions of it. There's also the Osteo FX. Dr. Wallach is showing the box that the start pack comes in, and it also includes the EFA Plus, which is combination of omega-3, 6, and 9. So it's a great foundation, Dr. Wallach.
Yep.
But when you're working with somebody who's exerting their body and really using more minerals than the common couch potato, Rebound is a great way to get that. And it is the best electrolyte on the market, Dr. Wallach.
Yeah, Rebound is one of the best electrolytes. We have Toddy. We have Osteo FX for the calcium, okay, plant-derived minerals. There's like 75 minerals in this product. I take an ounce twice a day of the plant-derived colloidal minerals, and I prefer the Osteo FX, but every once in a while we're out of that, so I use the Toddy. It's in addition to the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. And again, those are 3 of the bottles that are on my table. Okay. And then, of course, I use the Rise and Restore. They're not to replace anything. They're an add-on. They give you nutrients in between taking, because you take supplements at breakfast, supplements at dinner time. Well, what's happening all during the day? Well, this is where the Rebound comes in, and also the Rise and Restore. Okay. And the Rise and Restore. Go ahead.
So the Rise and the Restore is the 3.0 version of the Tangy Tangerine. So it's just taking the nutrients plus that's in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, splitting it up into morning and evening doses.
There's no minerals in here.
Did you double check? Because I saw them.
Okay. It's mostly vitamins and amino acids and that kind of stuff. Okay. It's not a complete set of minerals. Okay. Rise and Restore are to be taken either an hour before your meals or an hour after your meals. And what it does, especially if you're the sort of person you got to take a nap in the afternoon every day, let's say for an hour, take a nap. You add this to your program. It's the one that comes with a little scoop, 1 scoop for 8 ounces of water each time. And you won't want to sleep anymore. You won't need a nap anymore. Okay, because your body, when the nutrient level gets so low, okay, your body says, yeah, you better take a rest. Okay. So we came up with the Rise and Restore so that you can function at least 12 hours a day.
So, okay. So thank you for that, Dr. Wallach. So for a kiddo or anybody that is doing marathons or doing any type of exercise or working and using physical exertion, you definitely want to make sure that you are getting the foundation with the
Kids Toddy for kids.
Well, for kids, but I mean, if a kid is over 100 pounds, they're going to be taking dosing like an adult, right?
Well, yeah, and so you take one at 100 pounds, you take a Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, take a half a dose of breakfast, half a dose of dinner. or take the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, have a dose of breakfast, have a dose of dinner. You take the kids Toddy, follow the directions on the bottle for the weight and the dosage.
By weight.
Yeah, by weight for kids Toddy. Okay.
Yes. All right. So Dr. Wallach, and the Rebound. Don't forget the Rebound. So it's a great drink. Forget those things that you find at the grocery store. They are no comparison in what they offer to be able to restore the body in the nutrients that are being exerted, especially the minerals. So let's go over to Gloria, Dr. Wallach.
Okay, let's go to Gloria.
Hello, Gloria. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Dr.
Hello.
Wallach. Hey, good to see you. Hey, I have two quick questions for you. I have someone who has an enlarged heart, and then I have a baby who has the HIE and eczema.
Okay, well, let's do one at a time.
Okay,
Let's go to the first one. You say they have an enlarged heart.
that's correct.
Okay, this is an adult. Do you know how much they weigh?
Yes, 180.
180?
Yes,
Okay.
180 pounds.
Okay, you need to get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, brown rice, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. The diet one's got to go. Then 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. Full dose of breakfast, full dose of dinner time. They also need a de-stress. Have them take 3 of the de-stress at breakfast, 3 of the de-stress at lunch, and 3 at dinner time. That'll be 2 bottles a month of the de-stress, specifically made for everything that goes on with the heart. Okay. You're going to get the other minerals that are necessary for the heart in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. That's why it's called the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
Yes.
Okay. And then don't forget the Rebound. You want to use the Rebound to replace the colas and the orange juice and that kind of stuff. Okay. And so I take at least, I only weigh 142 and I take 2 of these a day. They come 30 in a box. So I had to get 2 boxes. The boxes kind of look like this. There we go. Okay, the boxes look like this. There's 30 of these in the box. So I get 2 boxes so I can have one at breakfast and one before lunchtime or dinner time. Okay. And then it makes an amazing difference when you have this high level of all these nutrients in your circulating blood 24/7. Even when you're asleep, you're rebuilding all the sort of things that you did to your systems, your heart, your brain. You do need the I-26 for your brain and spinal cord. Got to throw that in. That's very specific for the brain and spinal cord, the I-26.
And digestion.
And for your digestion, absolutely. Okay. And we have obviously.
All right. And your second question, Gloria.
Is that it? Okay. I have a baby who's 23 months. The baby has HIE.
Which is
And
hyperimmune globulin E, Dr. Wallach. It's a syndrome, a rare. Let me go through what it is, Gloria, real quick, okay?
Okay.
So there's so many new diseases out that Doc may not know what this one is, but once I tell him about it, he'll know. So hyperimmune globulin E, HIE syndrome, they're saying it's a rare immunodeficiency disease. It's characterized by recurrent bacterial infections and high levels of IgE in the blood.
Okay.
Okay, let me correct that. Correct you on that, Becca. It's called hyproxic ischemic endocardiopathy. It's a brain damage that happened to the baby at birth. So the baby was not getting enough oxygen to the brain at birth. So yeah, so there's some.
So the baby needs the let's see here, healthy was it the kids Toddy, and it'll tell you on the label how much to give per pound of body weight. Okay, kids Toddy. The baby can have it a day, maybe an hour old. You take kids Toddy. Okay, add it to the baby's food, kids Toddy, and And don't forget, also we have the powder, the capsules, and the chewables. Well, the powder will have to be the one to use for the baby of the I-26 to rebuild the brain and the spinal cord and all the big nerves going to the eyes and the heart and down all the way to the toes.
So the baby does need the I-26.
Oh, yeah. The babies need the
I-26
I-26 because they're building the
Okay.
brain. They can't build the brain
Okay.
without the I-26. They can't build the spinal cord without the I-26.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. And also the baby has eczema.
Oh, eczema. Okay.
Yeah, the baby doesn't sleep at night because she's always itching.
Itching. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, here again, here's a case where hair, skin, and nails, you can open up those capsules and dump a couple of those. How old is this baby? A year old or
23 months. Uh-huh.
3
Almost 2.
months?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'd give that baby 2 of those capsules a day of the hair, skin, and nails. Open up the capsule and dump it in, one of the baby's drinks in the morning and one of the baby's drinks in the evening. Hair, skin, and nails. It'll help the skin. So the collagen, okay, collagen peptides, very important. And of course, we have collagen in liquids, don't we? We have in the bottle. We have the liquid collagen in the bottles.
Well, there's a collagen you can mix with liquids that easily dissolves. We don't really have one other than a liquid glucogel. Maybe that's the one you're thinking about? That is a type of collagen as well.
Yeah, glucogel is the collagen.
Okay. Okay. Oh, anything topically for the itching, to soothe the itching? Do we have anything topically?
I didn't get that. What did she say?
Topically, so to put on the skin. So there is the Trinity lotion, Dr. Wallach. But I noticed from my own experience, it's a gut issue. So once I fixed the gut, the skin stopped itching. Then the eczema went away.
Until it stops itching, use a CM cream, just a little on the tip of your finger. You can rub it on a place for get a scratching.
Lotion would be more soothing for an infant, Dr. Wallach.
What lotion?
Trinity lotion.
Trinity lotion, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We've got 2,500 products, and I can't remember them all at the same time.
nor should we.
Help. Becca's doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep us informed. Let us know how this kid's doing.
Okay.
All right, and thank you, Gloria, because HIE, when we first pulled it up, came up with the other condition. So that just goes to show that there's multiple abbreviations and acronyms for multiple different conditions. So there's an overlap, but thank you so much for correcting that. And let's go over to James. Dr. Wallach, we got 4 minutes, so let's see if we can get 2 more questions in. James, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm here. Thank you.
Quick question.
Thank you, Becca, and it's an honor to talk to you again, Dr. Wallach. Quick question. You gave me a protocol last time for osteoporosis of the skull last time I called in. I'm just wondering about the I-26, how much I should be taking of that at 150 pounds.
150 pounds, 160 pounds. Yeah, I take 3 of those. I only weigh 142, and I take 3 of those chewables minimum of twice a day.
Okay.
Okay. I like the French vanilla, but
yeah, I do too.
Okay, go for it. 3 twice a day or 3 times a day. And
okay.
I'm going to do this forever. It's not like everything's fine, but I don't want to stop taking that stuff and then 3 months later the problem pops up again.
Okay. And just so also, this is your permanent home now? You're no longer doing the radio show?
I did the radio show for 10 years and they stopped the radio show. It's not, nobody's doing it. The owner of the radio station sold the station, and the people who bought the station from them went in a different direction.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, James. And next, let's go to Albert. Albert, what question do you have for Dr. Wallach today?
Good evening from South Africa, Dr. Wallach.
All is funny best.
Alles van die beste. Dr. Wallach, I've got a question from a client who's on the show with us, and he says he has AFib, and he wants to know what can be done about AFib because he has stage 3 kidney failure due to all the meds that he's been on.
AFib, right? AFib, atrial fibrillation?
Correct.
Okay. How
Correct.
much does she weigh?
He weighs 200 pounds, I think.
Is it he or she?
It's a he.
He. Okay, he. Okay. Get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no brown rice, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything twice a day. He needs the de-stress capsules, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. That rebuilds the heart. Also needs the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. In addition to everything else, it's going to get the circulation going through even in clogged arteries going to the heart. Okay, and clogged arteries in the kidneys and good blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. AFib is a very simple nutritional deficiency. It's very easy to prevent and very easy to get rid of. It's not genetic. I don't care if everybody in the family's got it. It's because if everybody in the family's got it, that means everybody's eating grandma's same soup recipe.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how this guy's doing because this is quite common. Don't forget
Thank you, Doc.
The de-stress is very specific, okay, and it wouldn't hurt also to throw in the glucogel, 3 or 4 of those twice a day to build the valves in the heart also.
Great, thank you, Doc.
Okay.
Then Doc, I've got a compliment for you before I go. I was with people on the weekend and I showed them a photo of you, and they said, "There's no ways the Doc's 85 years old." They said he's got to be a lot younger.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thanks, Doc.
86 is coming up pretty quick here.
Yes, it is.
You look a lot younger.
Thank you.
Dr. Wallach, we are at the top of the hour. Do you have time for 2 more quick questions from the same person?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so Ted wants to know, 1, what is the fastest way to get blood flow to the feet and toes? And the second part of that, he wants to know, do you think that cayenne pepper helps for blood circulation?
Well, cayenne pepper, can help a little bit. But what you need to do is get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, brown rice, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of breakfast, full dose of dinner time. The I-26, okay, to make sure all the nerves are working right. The 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve going from the brain all the way down to the toes. A lot of stuff going on in the toes. Maybe the skull squeezing the 10th cranial nerve. Okay, so you need the I-26. And then also the Ultimate Daily Classic tablets. Get 3 of those 3 times a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner time. It gets the blood flowing into all the closed arteries, into the brain, into the heart, into the kidneys. And this is very easily dealt with. This is a very common issue, and we get rid of it very quickly. But you have to stay on the program. You can't say, okay, it's all gone now. And then in 2 months, it comes back. Well, it came back. Oh, no, well, that's because you quit taking the stuff.
Right? How about niacin plus, Dr. Wallach?
Well, niacin plus, okay, is in the de-stress. Okay.
I know niacin is in the Ultimate Daily Classic, but the nattokinase is not in the Ultimate Daily Classic anymore.
Oh, okay.
So would you recommend adding that? Because I know that was one of the big things that really made Ultimate Daily Classic what it was.
Okay. Go for it. 3 twice a day.
2 twice a day. And I take mine at night so that if I do get that niacin flush, I don't even know it.
Yeah.
One more question, Dr. Wallach. Can you give colloidal silver to children?
Oh, absolutely. Because it tastes like water, smells like water. You can put it in their eyes. You can put it in an open wound. It kills all the viruses, bacteria, fungus, and yeast. Penicillin only kills 2 bacteria, nothing else. Okay. Well, colloidal silver for 400 years has been used to save whole communities, whole villages. Okay. from terrible, terrible invasions with viruses, bacteria, fungus, and yeast, and so forth. So,
Right.
okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. If we could get the co-hosts up on the screen, that would be absolutely fantastic, as they help make my job so much easier in helping to bring in those questions, keep an eye on things, let people in so that you and I don't have to do it all, Doc. We've got a team, we've got an army, and part of your crusade to save humanity and the world. As we have Albert on with us, joining us from South Africa. So if you're wondering where that accent is from, yeah, that's it. So thank you so much, Albert, as he's letting people in. I absolutely love as he comes in and greets us in Afrikaans.
All those funny best tot sins. All those funny best tot sins.
Yes,
Alles van die beste,
yes.
dokter.
Bye, donkey.
And then yes, welcome. So I know buy a donkey and yes, welcome. I'm learning more. I promised Albert I would. And we also have Ruth Ellens, who is my executive production manager, who keeps us on the ball and everything rolling smoothly and organized. And she is the one whose computer captures it everything and pushes it out to the platform that you are watching on now, if you're not here live with us in the Zoom. Thank you so much, Ruth Ellen. And we have Kaylee, who is helping us with social media and getting some more digital awareness going on out on the World Wide Web. So thank you, Kaylee, as she is an intern that is bringing her knowledge and things she's learning in school and putting it into actual life use. Thank you, Kaylee. And if you are live here with us in the Zoom and you have that chat open, you are seeing the work of Ms. Marilyn as she is doing dictation, bringing all of the information that's being spoken, putting it into text in the chat. Thank you so much, Marilyn. I sure hope you're taking your MSM and your glucogel. Got to keep those fingers going, and we don't want to have anything going on with your hands. So thank you so much. And we also have AJ, who is my digital marketing director, and he is the one who has been responsible for helping us get all of the most popular platforms set up so that we can stream to all the different platforms and reach the world where they are at and watching and listening. And we also have Miss Sherry. She is part of our tech crew, helping to get things set up before the show. Thank you so much, Sherry. She's also watching the platforms and bringing questions in as if somebody else doesn't answer it, ask it first. So, Dr. Wallach, we would not be here without you. So we definitely want to say thank you to you, all that you've done over the last, well, let's say 50 years, okay? 50 plus, because it actually started when you were a young boy and having that awareness.
We're going to be on again tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yes, sir. So Daily with Doc can be seen Monday through Friday live from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays, most Wednesdays and Thursdays, we have Dr. Joel Wallach himself. And then most Fridays, we have pharmacist Ben Fuchs. And then filling in with other doctors that have learned from Dr. Wallach, are adapting and putting Dr. Wallach's research and solutions to action in their own practices. So, Doc, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. God bless. Thank you for all the great things that each of you does. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, Dr. Wallach. And folks, my name is Becca Dukes. It has been an honor and privilege to be the host of this program, bringing empowering information to add to your toolbox so that you can make educated, informed decisions for your own health, your family's health. As you're sharing with your family and your community, we're doing the same thing. And together we can make a difference in changing the world. I'm also the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health, where we teach Dr. Wallach's philosophy more in depth going into the 4 areas of health, how they're affected by nutritional deficiencies. And we don't stop there. We go into all areas of health and helping you to create a more holistic life, whether it's in your emotions, mental, physical, or financial. We cover that too. So if you'd like more information about our Certified Holistic Health Coach course, more than welcome to go to coach.dailywithdoc.com. And we have one more coach that's on with us. He must have been on the phone. And we have Coach Rod, who's helping to let people in and keep an eye on things in the different platforms as well. So thank you so much, Coach Rod, for joining us. Everybody, have a fantastic day. We will see you again tomorrow. Don't forget, if you want any information about the products that are being spoken about on today's show, and you're out on a replay or any social media platform, check the description, as we have it in the description where you can find more information. But if you're referred by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them. Tell them thank you. And they'll be your first point of contact with questions. If they don't know the answers to the questions, they know how to find us because they sent you here as well. Till next time, bye for now. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.